And welcome to what is our podcast call again? Right
Rye
can
can top
can
my
top
knee.
my knee. I'm Kevin,
I'm Jonathan.
and we're here to discuss the stuff that we love doing, which is watching BLs and Y series and whatever you call it, and go into that. Um, Welcome to our first episode ever. Well, kind of,
Ever.
but we could get into that later. And I guess, I could start off with talking about myself a little bit, and then I could pass the baton on to you, Jonathan. Um,
Yes.
so, pretty much, I have been, I guess we can go ahead and answer all of these questions about how we got into this. I've been watching BLs since maybe 2022, even though I feel as if I've heard about them a little earlier than that. I've watched a lot. I think we both have watched over 100. Um, and my background is creative. I have a creative background in television. I've done multimedia stuff. So I'm watching things from an entertainment and technical level when watching anything, but in particularly when I'm watching BLs.
Mm.
So you, Jonathan.
Um, that was such a quick introduction. I don't even know what you said.
We can go. I mean, we have other stuff we could talk about, but I'll get to the other stuff in a little bit.
Mhm.
So I guess similarly, how you got into the BL world? How did you get into becoming a fan?
Oh yeah. I guess everything started during the pandemic.
You know what? That's kind of with me too, but towards the later half of the pandemic.
I was there early, like late 2020. Saw
Okay.
Game Boys, and that started a whole
Mm,
genre of Asian BL.
yes.
And
Yeah.
now we're here 4 years later, binge watching everything that's on the air right now.
Literally everything. And how many have you watched?
It's probably like in the 200s if I look at my drama list.
I might be in that. It's definitely over 100, at least for
Definitely
me.
over 100.
Definitely. I'm not sure if I'm at 200. I might be because after a while I stopped counting.
Yeah, you've watched more than me, I feel sometimes.
Maybe, but you've seen some that I have not watched. Like, we're going to get into maybe talking about Pit Babe later, which I know that
Oh, you
you
still haven't seen Pit Babe.
know. It's on my binge list, which we'll get into. Um, but also I think there's some that I've seen that you haven't seen as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we got a little mix of stuff going on. I think we're around. I think I'm inching close to 200. You're probably at 200, or I'm at
Mm-hmm.
200 and I don't know. But there's just so many out there, so we have a lot to pretty much watch, and there's more being made even as we speak. So,
Like today, oh my god. So many
oh,
shows happened on Friday.
so many are bookended on Friday, like too many. Um, yeah, way too many. And I guess one thing I want to go into as well too. I think since this is our first episode, people, are getting to know us a little bit. They'll probably get it to slowly know us over time. The more episodes they watch, if anyone's even watching this for, wait, not watching, listening. If anyone's listening to this first episode,
Yes, don't watch this. Listen.
yeah. So I mean, you can watch, I guess. I mean, in your head, I don't know. um, so how did we get our name for our show? And this is for people who, I think people who are fans like us really
We're
understand
deep
already.
in the fandom, deep in the memes.
Right. They know. I think those who are probably listening that this is all new to them, I guess, what is the connection? I'm asking
It's an
you, even
awkward.
though,
No!
yes,
It's an awkward connection.
that
I mean,
sounds like
Rye
they have
can
to
top
watch.
my knee.
Right. He could, or they
Oh
could.
no, who is Rye? Exactly.
There's only one ship where there's someone whose name is Ryan.
Wait, where? Who? Oh.
You already know. They just had a show that ended
Frame
last
Ryan.
month.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Even though,
I don't know
anyway,
if Rye is topping anything, but
I don't think so either. Well, I guess the way to answer that question is if you haven't watched the Thai BL, you should probably watch one right away. Once you watch one, then you will know exactly
beginning of every
where.
Thai BL, there's like a
Right. A viewer's discretion advised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you would know right away. So so that's a little bit about us. But I guess the next step is to really get into the word on the street, but really the word on the tweets. What is happening in the BL world online? So let's get into that. Jonathan.
Oh my god. So much happened this week. I'm still confused about the whole Net James thing.
Yeah. What happened? For people who don't know.
Net James, they're under Dumundi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Net came out with James came out with the statement.
Yes, James came out with the statement. Yeah.
Gonna focus on art right now, on my art. I guess he's a painter. I'm not sure.
He's a painter? I didn't know that.
People were saying that he dropped out of this upcoming show. What's the name of the show? It's called The Crown Prince or something?
Something like that. And it's already in the middle of production, I think, right? Yeah.
Or they're about to start, and then that's when he was like, hey, I'm going to drop out. Sorry, Net. A lot of tears. A lot of live streams. A lot of people were sad, but I don't know. I feel like this show was announced like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't really expecting anytime soon.
Right. And I don't think I'm sad. I was more
I'm not sad.
I was more like, could you have waited until after production was done and done a little tour and then gone ahead and quit? And I think the reason why I think we both have been thinking the same thing, because James, we already know Net James, they've had only 2 shows under their belt. And one where they were the lead ship, and the other one where they were a side couple.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, they just had their start like late last year.
Right. And the first one was Bed Friend, which I think people should watch. I liked it for what it was. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't that, but it wasn't bad.
It was definitely a show.
It was definitely a show. And I wanted to see more from them. And then we got Middleman's Love,
and they were side couple number 4 in that.
Oh gosh, that was such a
that was a fail.
That was a big fail. It was not great at all. I mean, they were fine in the show, but you didn't see a lot of them because they weren't the main focus of the show.
Yeah, Tudor Yim really.
Which I wanted to see something better from them too, and I'm hoping that they have another opportunity to do something where
they're the leads. Yeah,
they're the leads.
Cutie Pie.
They were way better in Cutie Pie as a third couple. And actually, they were my favorite couple in that.
Yeah, a lot of people love them in that. And that's how they got greenlit to do this show. And then, I don't know.
And then it was just so bad. So now I'm like, I want them to get another opportunity, similar to kind of how Force Book finally showed their stuff in OnlyFriends last year. Yes. So I'm hoping they get something where we can say, this is what we want to see. But moving on, what else is happening what else is the word on the tweets?
Well, do you have one? Let's see. I did one.
You have more than I would because you're on Twitter more.
Well, I guess, let's see. The 29th Um, the Mayalapo show dropped on Netflix. The movie Man Suong.
Oh yes.
We still haven't
Ooh,
seen
which
it. We've been waiting a year for that.
yes. I mean, well, yeah, because it came out in Thailand in theaters in
Hmm.
August, I believe, of August 2023. But they announced it sometime
Like
after Kim
early.
Porsche.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was like
after
right
Kim
after Kim
Porsche ended.
Porsche. Yeah,
Yeah, it's after Kim Porsche
at
ended,
the
which was
concert.
yeah, and that was late 2022, I think, sometime
Time's
around then.
flying.
Yeah. So now it's available on Netflix for everybody to watch.
I'm
We have
surprised I
not
haven't
watched
seen
it
any
yet.
spoilers. Like no one's really spoiled anything.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, which also reminds me, are we doing a watch party for this?
We should.
Yeah, we should. Because yeah, we'll plan something after my birthday.
Of course, of course, we have to see your husband.
Yes. Mm, Apo. My ultimate bias out
Oh
of,
my.
yeah, ultimate. Anyway, what, there has to be at least one more big thing because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Let's see this week. Oh, the drama with what's his name? Pakin? Is that his name? No,
Oh, or Powin.
Pawin. Yeah, Pawin.
Oh, yes. I almost forgot. What is going on with that?
I don't know, some domestic abuse.
We should not be laughing because domestic abuse is
I
not
know
funny,
that's nothing to laugh about, but
but
that
it's
came out of nowhere.
it literally did. So Powin is a part of GMM TV. He's been in several shows as a side character. Actually, I don't think
He
he's
he
been
even
a
had his
main in
own BL.
anything.
He
He
has
did?
been in My Gear, Your Gown. Yeah,
Oh, I forgot about that.
yeah. I feel
Which
like no one saw that. That was kind of like under the radar.
I saw it, and maybe I should rewatch it because I almost forgot what happened.
Yeah, I should see it, but maybe not right now, since
Yeah, not now because we got
maybe
a
not
lot
right
of other
now.
stuff to watch. But
And also this
I
scandal. I don't know what's going on, but
I
he
think
dropped out of
we're
the
gonna
We Are series.
yes. And then do you think he's gonna drop from GMM TV?
I
That
don't
would be
know.
drastic.
I don't
I get
know.
I guess it's all gonna depend on what the outcome of this is going to be.
Yeah, it depends on the verdict, or we're gonna see what the true story is, because they both have like conflicting stories.
Right. His story is that he was
I know
trying to
she was
help
like,
her from committing suicide or something like that, that
yeah,
she's
that she
into
was having a
self-harm.
breakdown and was like
Yeah.
trying to destroy his computer and his electronics,
Right. But then she is claiming that he had been physically abusing her.
and that he smashed his own things and is blaming
Right.
it on her.
So it's not, whatever the situation is, it sounds messy AF. I hope they get to resolution. Clearly they should not be together. Um and I hope they figure something out. I also would like to see what's not helpful is so far in the past few series Powin's been in, he's been a bully, like not the most likable character,
Yeah, so
you
that's why
know?
I don't know. Part of me is like, I can see this as I
Yeah,
can
because we've
see him
seen him be
doing
a
this.
bully, right?
Yeah.
But then I think about which you still need to see, which is 5515 Never Too Late, which
Mm.
there he's a completely different character, and that was my first time seeing him in anything. And you know I was like, this is like the child I want to take in my wing, like
Is he really that sweet in that show? I feel like Cao Tong is like the big star in that, right?
he's sweet and misunderstood. Yes, Cao Tong is a big star in that, but he's sweet and misunderstood, and
Mm.
his character in that. And yeah, it's a really, I think that show also is one of the shows that I've teared up on because it's not a straight BL. It just has a BL storyline in addition to other storylines.
Hmm.
So I think it's one people should watch. It's very well done, and I think it came out in maybe 2021.
Yeah,
So
I
around
think
that,
so.
or 2020, like it was a few years back. So, um, yeah. So I hope Pawan and his probably ex-girlfriend at this point hopefully get to a resolution where they're not together and they figure this out and they're able to settle this in a way that's beneficial to both of them.
Hmm.
Yeah. So now talking about shows, and after last ending with that heavy one, what are we watching? I mean,
What are we watching?
we can transition to something that's also heavy that we have been watching, which is Dead Friend
Dead Friend
Forever.
Forever. That show's so good. Oh my god.
It's a great show, and I feel as if anyone who has started it and may have dropped it probably dropped it because they assumed it was going to be like horror camp, because the first few episodes feel like that.
Yeah, everyone thought it was gonna be like really supernatural, and they were wondering how they were gonna drag out this because everything
And
takes place over like a weekend.
right, but if
But you
you've
just have to
gone
keep
past episode
watching.
3, you're in for a great surprise and a good turn, as
A
you and
good
I know.
mystery. Oh,
Oh, woo! I don't even want to say too much. I just need people to watch it. Probably add it to your binge list, since the finale is actually next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday. So on March 9th. So watch binge it on Saturday if you have the chance, or afterwards, because
it's really good.
it is worth every minute. Every single minute. Probably
Barcode's really oof. This is
Barcode is
best
great.
performance right here.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that we got to see. One thing I will say about the show, which is not a spoiler, at least I hope not, is I personally don't find any of the characters 100% likable or 100% dislikable. And that I think is great, because you get
Everyone's a
to
very
see
complex character.
everyone is a complex character, and that's what we
No
want to see.
one's exactly a good person or a bad person.
Right.
But we'll see.
There's just some people who are worse than others.
Yes.
Yeah. And a lighter one that we've been watching, City of Stars.
I just caught up yesterday. City of Stars. What do we
What,
think?
well, first, what do you think before I say anything?
um. Hmm. Hmm. Love the show. Love the show, Claire. No, I think.
By the way, Claire is our friend who actually is a co-owner of Star Hunter, which produces City of Stars.
Mm-hmm.
So, which created the show and all of that. So that's just an FYI. But she told us to give our honest opinion, and so we're going to be
the honest opinion.
right.
No, I think it's okay. I think the romance is accelerating a little fast. We're on episode 5, and spoilers, like they had their first kiss or make out on the couch.
Yes, and I think people watching the show from the first episode, you can tell who the couple's going to be, like with pretty much most BLs. So you know something's going to happen that will get these two together. I think what I'm waiting for with this show,
I'm waiting for
because
like
I'm liking
twist.
Yes, I'm waiting for a
like
twist.
A new guy to come in, stir shit up.
Right. That's where I'm at right now too. I need something, or because of the plot of the show, I need their relationship to be also the inciting incident, you know. And I'm trying to say this without giving stuff away. Yeah. So I'm intrigued. I will say I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching. I like Fuang, the guy that plays Fuang.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of comedic. There's a little laughs here and there.
It's very Thai drama. Yes, it's very Thai BL.
Yes. I think it's a good intro BL, wouldn't you say?
Oh,
if you wanted something from 2024 and you're just thinking about
Dipping
Thai
your
BLs.
toes.
Yeah, dipping your toes in it. Like it's a it's a plot that's easy to understand.
It's
Um,
lighthearted.
it's lighthearted.
It's very
Um,
fun.
right, very fun, feel good, all of that. I would not recommend starting off with Dead Friends
Oh
Forever.
no 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 no! That's a murder mystery.
Right, I would not start with that. I mean, unless that's your vibe, then go ahead. But I think if you want something that kind of embodies the essence of what a BL is and
The
can
Thai
be,
BL with the
a Thai
tropes.
BL with the tropes, but done in a way that's not cringy. I think City of Stars is a good entry point. Because we could go into cringe, and we're not going to name those BLs today. Not in this episode. Not in this episode.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But
Yeah.
we might have mentioned them earlier.
Did we? I don't know if we did, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something middleman. Something.
Oh yeah, see how easily I forgot that.
Oof.
Are you watching Although I Love You and You, the Japanese BL?
I am. I was
Okay,
mentioning it this week while I was sick.
Oh, that's right. That's why you're out there clearing your throat. You're still
Sorry,
getting over all of that. Although I Love You and You, I like it. I really
like
do.
it. I think the only thing is, I don't know. I kind of hate what's his name, the like love interest, the guy he's going after, this like businessman.
Oh, Soga.
Yeah.
Soga-san. Yeah.
I don't know.
So this
I'm
is a
not feeling
Japanese
him.
BL, y'all. Yeah,
It's
this is a
Japanese
Japanese
BL.
one. We talked about Thai ones for a little bit, but the range that we have is Japanese, Korean, Thai, Taiwanese, and
The occasional Chinese bromance.
yeah, very occasional. So anyway, back to Soga-san. Yeah, that's his name.
I feel like I don't know the past couple episodes I've been really, I don't know. I see the chemistry between him and his ex more than I do with him and Soga.
With his ex-wife?
No, the main character's ex.
Oh, what's his name? His name's Soga.
His name's Mizuki. Is that his name?
Maybe. I forgot. You know what? I just
too many shows.
We have too many shows and too many.
I think
names
that's his
to
name.
remember. Yeah, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna pull this up meanwhile, so I can make sure that I remember the names correctly. Okay. This is our first one, y'all. So give us some. Yeah.
Yes,
oh yeah, his name is Sake.
Like
Matsumoto Sake. Yes, and so Sake-san. Not sake, but the drink, but you know. Anyway.
Yeah, I like him better with his ex. I don't know. Even though
I don't like his ex
toxic.
though. His ex is very
toxic, very like compulsive liar.
Right.
But I don't know. There's something there. I don't know if they can be together, but like
I don't need them to be together. The thing is, that's one of the
making
things.
The show interesting.
Well, yeah, it is. And the thing is, I think they have a lustful chemistry. You know, and the lust is mainly coming from, you know, his ex. You know, and I think his ex is very manipulative, and I don't like that. You know, but sometimes
sometimes
folks,
you need that era. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes those toxic people know how to lay the pipe correctly.
Oh no. He just needed a place to live, though. I don't know. I feel he's very sketchy.
He's very sketchy. He needed a place to live. He was willing to lay the pipe to get the place to live.
He just broke up with his man too when they first met.
Right. So that's what he does. Is that he's
hopping from boy to boy, but he came back this time. So maybe he's changed.
Maybe he's changed, but you know what? He's interrupting something else that's more pure and like innocent, and where they're really learning about each other. Like of course we're gonna see Sake and Soga together. We're gonna see it, and we have to see it. But We can't be having this ex going around with his dry blonde hair, um, messing stuff up, and I don't know. Something about that.
He needs to keep doing it for the plot. It's too good. It's too good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
he's still
Soga,
gonna.
I think I don't know. He needs to make up his mind. He's taking way
Well,
too
he.
long to say that he likes. Well, I haven't seen
Well.
the recent episode. I haven't seen the most recent
Oh,
episode.
you haven't. You need
Yeah,
to
the last
watch
thing I
it
saw
because
was
I'm caught up. I'm caught up, and I'll
Oh,
just
stuff
tell you.
happened this recent episode.
Yes. So I'm caught up. So I'm saying I think right now the most recent episode is what, episode 6? Or something like
Maybe.
that.
Yeah.
So I think you need to catch up ASAP. Like immediately.
Yeah, the last thing I saw was them kissing, but I guess more has happened.
Oh yes. Way more. Way more.
Yes, get it, Soga.
Yeah.
It's gay
way
awakening.
more. Mm-hmm.
What else are you watching? What did you put here?
My Strawberry Film.
I haven't touched that. Is that the new Strongberry show?
No. This is also on Gaga Ulala. This one is also Japanese. It's kind of a slow burn, but not in a bad way. And it all starts off with it's a high school one. Starts off with 3 high school kids who find a video when they're cleaning up one of the rooms in the high school, and the video happens to have this girl that one of the guys ends up having a crush on. Now, so far it doesn't sound very BL, but if you keep watching,
what straight drama is this?
Right, but so if you keep watching, you realize there's one of the people in this trio, because it's 2 guys and a girl. There is a very interesting love triangle happening.
Oh, okay.
So, and then it gets a little messed up 2 episodes in. So like I said, it's a little bit of a slow burn. So it feels as if like it's kind of dry, but I'm intrigued so far.
I feel like the Japanese BLs, they're always pretty good. It's kind of hard to flop. Japan,
right?
It's too hard to flop.
I've only seen some
they know how to set up a good story at least.
Right. Yeah. Right. They know how to set up a good story, and I think I've only seen a few that I was like, maybe I won't watch it.
Yeah, cringy high school ones, but still, like, I don't know, they're entertaining.
Right. They're entertaining, and I would have to say
either because there's always
they don't drag on.
Short.
Yes, and they make sure that they get straight to the point. And even the ones that are campy, they're campy in a good way. And I think
very Japanese way.
Right, and I think they are masterminds of camp. And so far, I rarely see camp done so well outside of Japan.
And
I'll have to say
their own, but they.
It's not always executed very well.
It's
and that's the nice way to say it.
Than wins there.
Yes. Next is a Taiwanese one that I know both of us have been watching.
I'm loving this show.
Yeah, Anti-Reset on iQIYI. I love it, but I do laugh at every episode because I can't get over the fact that this professor,
a AI robot,
right, and I can't.
This professor's thirsty over this little AI robot boy,
right? Which is
that's what makes this show interesting. It's like
it makes the show interesting, and it's such a weird.
What does it mean? Like, is this real love? Like, is this appropriate? Is this consensual? Because
I mean, it is
kind of master servant.
Yeah, and some people like that.
Yeah, like, does this guy really like him, or is he just kind of programmed by his uncle to like him? Like, it's very. This guy.
Well, the
really
thing is, he's a robot. Yeah, he's a robot. So what? That's where the tension is at. Does he truly love him? Can a robot, which is an object that can become inanimate, be truly in love with a human being, even though they programmed him to have feelings.
Yeah, they program him with all these feelings and experiences, and to be his like little therapist. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it's
But it's interesting to watch, and I think they're so cute together.
yes,
And the
and I will.
cameo, did you see the cameo from the other couple? Did you watch
Yes, from
Stay With Me? Or not
not
Stay
stay
With
with
Me.
me, stay by my side.
Stay
Stay with me is a
With
very different one, which we will talk about later.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But I did see that. I thought that was cute. I don't really care for that couple, to be honest, but
I
that's
thought they were so cute in that show. That
yeah,
one was very silly with the ghost stuff that never really got resolved.
yeah.
But
It's that was
they were
yeah,
really cute.
yeah.
And they were here
But
kissing in the street.
yeah, and this professor I think wants to do more than kiss the robot.
Oh, we saw that in the first episode. In the second episode, that was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That's why. See, that's things get a little out of hand, and I think the professor's uncle wants him to do more than kiss the robot. That uncle
That uncle is, I don't know.
is sketchy,
It's sketchy,
but not in a way that's cringy.
Yeah, like I think it's in his best interest, but he's also like
Right.
he's just a robot. Like use him, give it back.
Yeah, I mean, see, I will they clean it afterwards?
Anyways,
Does he have a soap? Does he have a soap cleaning?
I feel like they're gonna fully. They're gonna give him a full wipe down, a full wipe everywhere.
A douching?
He's gonna get a full reset.
Child.
I can't. I don't know how that show's gonna end.
I guess we'll find out. And speaking of ending, this one show the main character has not ended in 1,000 years, and it's 1,000 years old, which I don't think you started yet, but I haven't
started.
It is worth a start. It's only 3 episodes in so far.
What's a good like plot summary of the first episode? To get
pretty
the
much
girls started.
So pretty much a group of college kids are working on an assignment dealing with the paranormal or whatever, and this group is really into aliens and extraterrestrials. So they're trying to find something to fit into this realm of paranormal, cryptids, all of that. Which I'm a fan. The show is lighthearted as well, easy to follow plot. But then the main character encounters this guy who really has a love for pork blood soup a little too much, and it's only out at night. Come to find out, this guy is probably a vampire. We find out he is, and has been around for almost 1,000 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
and he's still in high school, or it's just he's
college?
They're
in college. They're in college.
Oh, okay. But is he also a college student?
No, but he's living close to one because he likes to live close to where he can get to a pig blood soup stand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's some great jokes. Like I had one of the best laughs I've had in a Thai series in a while in that show, with any show for a while. With the Thai series, that's a Thai series. I think that's a good one to watch and see. I like it so far. It's still not my top one, but it's good so far.
Is this looking like Thailand's first like vampire BL?
It might be because there is another one coming out later this year. Yeah. This might be the year of vampires.
The year of Supernatural.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've seen Supernatural BLs.
Yeah,
right. And we've seen Supernatural ones before, so this is not the only Supernatural one from Thailand. But I feel as if this might be a vampire year. Yeah. So I think it's worth a watch. Lastly, this one is one that
I have not given it the time.
Waste of Time, the series.
Oh my god, disappointment.
That's what we're gonna call it. Its original name is Time the Series. You can see it on YouTube.
Don't waste your time, the series.
I have been wasting my time watching it,
Uh,
unfortunately. So I'm doing it for the congregation. It's it does drag, and
the plot
it's
seems silly
the the
or
plot is all
confusing.
over the place. It's they have
Production
a lot.
is two pennies. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe two pennies that they rubbed together
The
and tried to
script
turn into a
is
dollar. Like
AI. The script is Chat
it's
GPT. Like,
the
it's just
acting is
bad.
subpar at
The
best.
acting is college performance.
I I just and the thing is, sometimes we like to watch bad ones because then we can get a good laugh. Um,
This is just
this one I'm not laughing.
this one. This one. Skipping. Um, Fast forward.
It's I would say I'm gonna keep watching it so then I can in
You have to
hopes that it
finish
gets
it for the
better.
culture.
I have to finish it. Yeah, for the congregation. I'm already 7 episodes in.
Oh,
I don't so far I'm still kind of forcing myself to really watch it. Um I haven't seen anything too exciting. There's been a few fights. Uh I don't know. I have no hope for this. But
you have to tell us next time. Once it's over, you can give a full review and tell us if it's worth the time.
I'll get back to you in a few weeks.
Yes,
Because
please.
I hope it will be over in the next 3 episodes. I think it is. I think it's a 12
Is it a full
episode
12?
show.
Mm.
I think so. But it should have been maybe 6. Or just not made at all.
It should have just been not made at all. Let's be honest. Contender for worst show of the year?
No. Well, I don't
No?
think we're. No.
Well, not
I
yet.
don't. Not yet. The year's just started.
The year's young.
And I have seen much worse.
Really?
Yes.
I
From
mean,
last year.
I mean, that was last year, yeah. If we're going to say a certain man in the middle was last year.
Yeah, that's still not the worst that I saw from last year.
Really?
Yeah, did you forget about Future, the series?
Oh, that was last year?
Yeah, and that's way worse than Middleman.
Oof.
But that was horrible. Speaking of horrible, there's a horrible show that just ended called Playboy the series, which we like to call Sex the series.
I haven't finished. I'm so behind.
I didn't watch the finale yet. I'm going to watch it at some point, but it did just last episode was Thursday. Is it worth a binge? I mean, if you want to take up time to go ahead.
14 hours.
Right.
These episodes are long.
They're long episodes. I think what's interesting about the show is people, I think, from what you saw on Twitter and then from what I saw on Instagram, people hyped this show up a lot, thinking there was going to be a plot.
Thinking it's going to be this like big deep dive into like sets and violence and gay culture.
Right.
And it just turned into sets.
A mess.
The series. I don't know.
A mess.
Sets like underwear the series.
It was just so so remember I saw the trailer, which the trailer is spicy. So I would say, if anything, if you want to give this show any time, watch the trailer. That's worth watching. But I knew from the moment I saw that, because I remember I think I spoke to you immediately after I saw it, and I said, this show is either going to be really good or just be really bad, because you can't have a trailer that is 90% them having sex all over the place and assume the show is going to be really good. Like, that's a pretty high bar.
And the sets isn't even good.
No, it's not. So
so what are we showing? What is it?
Yeah, so when people were hyping the show up and then dropped it after 3 episodes, thinking like very disappointed, I was not disappointed because my bar was set so low.
I think everyone just had high expectations because of OnlyFriends. Everyone thought this
Right.
was gonna be like kind of OnlyFriends level, like not GMMTV doing it better. What's going on?
Right. And OnlyFriends, I think people also have to realize you have much better actors
Much
that
better
people
actors.
also know.
Yeah, these are a bunch of
And only
newbies,
these are a bunch of
but they're
newbies.
doing a good job. Some of them, most
Some
of
of
them.
them. Yeah. So I and there is a little bit of mystery, which around episode 6 finally begins to the plot begins to actually thicken. It's a
Yeah,
weak plot nonetheless, but there's a plot finally that reveals itself. And I think binging that is okay. But if you don't binge it and if you miss it, you're not missing much.
yeah. You can watch probably like the first and last episode.
Unless you really want to go through the sex scenes with underwear.
A lot of underwear. They were a big sponsor.
Yeah. And to me, it's like, this is not how penetration works.
This is not how conversations work. Let's talk
This
about
is,
our
ugh.
English duo.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So the worst part for me, which I think might be the same for you too, is other than the sex with underwear, is the couple where they're both Thai but talk to each other in English, which doesn't make any sense to me.
It just takes
That'll be
everyone out the show.
right. And it's sad because when they do talk, you're at a point where, oh, I'm actually taking this show more seriously. And then they start talking in English, and it's like, oh, can't take it
Yeah,
seriously anymore.
yeah, it's like a deep conversation or like a critical point in their relationship, and they're like,
Yeah,
let's
every
speak in
single
our like
time.
second, third language for no reason.
Yeah, every single time. Every single time. Not a show that I think people need to. I think if you invest time into it, fine.
If you have the
Maybe a
time.
binge if you have the time, but not my top choice as a binge. I do have a list of shows that I will binge. I already watched Playboy anyway, but it's not a show I'd recommend binging. But a show I will recommend binging is The Sign, which just ended as well
Oh,
last
I
weekend.
forgot it ended. I wanted more.
Yeah, a great show.
Great
Finally,
show.
Idol Factory. You did a great job. You can watch this on YouTube. Well, actually, you know what? Idol Factory did a good
They
job with
haven't
Secret
missed.
Crush on
I think
You.
they never
Yeah,
miss.
yeah.
Because
Some
Gap
people didn't
is
like.
such a big success. I haven't seen it
Yes,
yet, but it's
I
on my
haven't
list.
either. Yes, on my list, and
Begging
that's a
for you.
GL, not a BL.
Hmm.
And I actually really like Secret Crush on You.
I
I
love
know
Secret
some
Crush
people.
on You. It's
Yeah,
really
and
hard
some
to
people.
get into, but
Yeah,
gotta move
because there's
past
a
the
couple
cringe.
annoying characters. Yeah, there's some annoying characters, but not middleman's love annoying. Uh,
Yeah, strangely,
but
Middleman is still the worst. It's still the cringiest. Why was Jade the cringiest character in the world?
gosh,
While
but
Noah was, I don't know, he was love obsessed for this boy, but
who was annoying?
I don't
But The
know.
Sign is great. I really love the pairing of Billy Babe. I think they did a great
Yes.
job. I loved that. I love a show that focuses on crime and mystery. I love a show that has a supernatural element. I love a
Yes.
show that is actually written well and paced well and doesn't have a lot of fluff. The downside with The Sign is
I feel
there
like it
are a
was.
lot of scenes. There are a lot of scenes that are nude scenes that they use the mosaic on. That's the downside. Like to me, it's like if you're gonna show your ass, show your whole ass, right?
Show your whole ass.
Right. Don't put a mosaic over it. Like we're not watching, you know,
Yeah, I think that was a very stylistic choice, right? Because they could
and
have
a bad
just
stylistic choice. They could have
had them
gone a
in
different route.
towels or like did it like that one scene where there's just like an object in the way.
Yeah, or camera angles would help. There's so many things that they could have done opposed to a mosaic. But however,
But
this makes me think there might be an uncensored version somewhere or soon to be released. And if that's the case, I'll watch the show all over
oh
again.
my god, if you want more spice.
Yes. Like, just don't tease us with the mosaic. You're either gonna show it all or not show it at all, and not show it at all.
Or
Show it
wear
all or
underwear
don't
like
show
in
it at all.
Playboy.
No, don't wear underwear like in Playboy. That was awful, awful, awful way.
Oh,
um, Another one that I've been trying to get you to actually watch, so add it to your binge list, is Osan's Love Returns.
I know.
Did you see Osan's Love?
Nope.
You need to watch that as well.
I know.
Great.
I've been waiting because I'm waiting for the Thai adaptation. I want to give Earth
Watch the
mixed-
Japanese one first. And I'm going to keep saying it because, first of all, I don't think any of the guys are amazing looking. And I'm not even watching it for that. It's a great story.
It's a great story.
It's hilarious. The acting is great. Actually, almost everyone in the show, they're all seasoned Japanese actors. So it's worth a watch. And you will laugh. Every episode, I was cracking up. Every single one. For Osan's Love and also Osan's Love Returns, which is the season 2. And I don't think they're making anything after this. If you find out something, Jonathan, though, that they are, holler. But I don't think they're making anything after this one. I think
they're
this
making
is
like
it.
a couple movie spin-offs or something, like side couple stuff, though, right?
There are some side couple which I haven't watched, which are related to Osan's Love Returns, like some additional episodes that are like specials that have already been released, which I have not watched yet.
Mm.
So I think the show it's great. If you want a good laugh, you want to see Japanese camp done artistically,
With
artfully.
Grown men.
Osan's Love is worth. And they're not high schoolers; they're grown men in professional jobs. And there's mess every single episode that would have you laughing. So it's definitely a show I recommend. And there's a good story with it. The other one from Japan that just ended is Perfect Propose. And this one is a short show.
Very short. I actually wanted more. I was really liking the show.
Me too. It reminds me of something in my personal life, but we're not going to get into that.
Oop.
But but overall, I like the couple.
Yeah, I think they
I
were
really
cute.
do.
What's his name? Hiro and Kai. They were really cute.
Yeah, and I really felt bad for Hiro because of his job. And I think anyone who is a millennial in the workforce now can relate to having a boss like that and trying to figure out how to get out. I really think it's a good show to watch. Probably a good intro show for Japanese BL as well too.
It's very light,
It's pretty light.
It's about like character development, like
right?
Not too romancy,
right? But also some things do happen that are a little
yeah, like something does happen in the first episode. Oof.
Right. So, but worth a watch for sure. For sure.
Cute. I wanted more.
Yes. And another show that, okay, unpopular opinion, that actually I would have been fine with more is Cooking Crush.
I still have yet to see Cooking Crush.
Jonathan!
I'm flopping.
So, Cooking Crush, we got Off Gun. I love Off Gun. They have so far have not failed in any shape or form. However, Cooking Crush might be one of their weakest projects, even though I actually liked it. And the reason why I'm going to say that is I think the expectation after Not Me, which is a very different show from Cooking Crush, has really had people looking for something vastly different, something along the lines of Not Me. But Cooking Crush is a very different kind of show.
It's supposed to be very lighthearted, like
it's a lighthearted show,
right?
Right, and they did a great job. So I think only reason why I'm saying it's the weakest is because of the shows their most recent project before that, and what the expectation was with this one. But I already knew, even from the trailer, that it was going to be just a lighthearted show. It was going to be kind of cute. I was
Hmm.
not expecting a really deep story, and you're not going to get a deep plot. You're going to get fuzzy feelings. You're going to um, be plugged along. There's a clear, easy to understand plot, and there's food, and I love eating.
We love a
And
cooking show.
every single episode they're cooking something different. So I think, when people are expecting something as serious as Not Me, which has like some political statements in it, very
Hmm.
clear ones, you're not going to get that in Cooking
Yeah,
Crush.
I think they went back to their roots because they really started it with really cutesy. What is that Puppy Honey show?
Right.
And then they started
Right.
getting more serious with Theory of Love, and
Yeah.
that was kind of campy, but it was kind of serious. And then Nami was full on action,
Right.
politics heavy.
Hmm. And I think we also have to consider Gunn was in a project without Off, which was something that I'm hoping they do a season two, which was
Oh
not a
yes,
BL, but a
Midnight
great one.
Museum.
Yes, Midnight Museum. And there was another one that he was in uh, that came out around the same time, Homeschool.
I still haven't finished homeschool.
Jonathan! So, Homeschool, not a BL, but a great show with also a strong
Hmm.
political statement to it. And then you have Midnight Museum, which both of them need a second season because they left each show with a big
Open
unanswered
ending, kind
question.
of.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I want more. So I'm hoping they really do. Um,
I need to see
another,
homeschool. I
you
need to
need to
finish
watch it.
that. It was hard when they were
That's a
dropping it
weekend
twice a
binge.
week. It was a lot to see.
Yeah, there was a lot to see, and that actually helps us move into something else I wanted to talk about. So one thing that bothers me with the BL world is you have amazing projects, which the intent is to have a second season. And then we wait for a long time for that second season to actually come
Years.
to fruition. And in many cases, it doesn't. One of them in particular, which we have no idea what's happening, is the Korean BL from 2020, Light on Me, which I love that show.
The
In
show
fact,
was
that was one of,
big for Korea,
yeah, it was big for Korea.
like
A
before
very
Semantic
well
Error. Like the,
before Semantic Error, one of the a really good high school BL that was done very well, even though it was like 20 episodes and each episode was pretty long. It was good. And we already know Korea's really good at making dramas. Like, it doesn't matter what genre it's in. We know that they're usually really good. But this one left with some big unanswered questions and some mystery,
yeah, to this
which,
like second couple or third
right,
couple. They really
right,
set it up for for something.
right. And there was supposed to be a season two. We don't know if it was the COVID that interrupted that. We don't know if it's funding. We don't know what it is. Maybe I'll try to get some inside tea and get back to you.
Yeah,
But
I think last time I heard, I don't know, it was turning.
they
If that
said it
was
was going to
turning
come out
into
last year.
if that was turning into a bromance too, I don't know. I'm trying to
Uh,
remember. Maybe, maybe not.
I hope that's not what you remember. But I heard it was supposed to come out last year, and of course it didn't. So now we don't know when it's coming out. We're moving into the fourth year since it was released for people to see. But definitely a show that people should add to their binge list. It's really good. Another one, which I just finished, which you
Yes,
urged me to watch, I binged it this
yes.
weekend, is Stay
Stay
With
with me.
Me, which is one of the few Chinese BLs. And honestly, I think it's
Romance is.
truly, it's more than a bromance. It is,
They
I
really
will
pushed
say,
a lot.
yeah, they,
It's not.
look,
It's like not even so.
if they have kissed a few times in that. Not on the lips, but there's been little lovey-dovey stuff that tells you
In
a
the
hundred
classroom,
percent
that was
that
so
they're
cute.
the classroom, the tent, the
The last episode in their bed that morning.
yeah, there were there were a few one that tells you that they're more than just friends.
I feel like in their house because they lived together for like half the
Right.
show.
Right. And also there was a reference that was made to lubricant that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, that show did not try to hide it at all. Like, why would these
No.
two stepbrothers be living together? I'm like, it's not incest, but it's a very cute show.
Right. I think it's that is definitely worth watching. We better get a season 2 based on that ending.
The ending.
Because if not, I'm gonna be upset. This ending did not traumatize me. You already know what show really did that to me, and I'm still upset about it.
I mean, if this show never gets to season 2, you can say it's
then
the
I'll
same
be then
ending.
I'll be yeah, then I'll be pissed.
But we know for a fact he's not dead.
Do we?
Because there's more to the book. There's more to the story.
Well, don't spoil it for the people who haven't seen it now. So we'll find out. We'll see. That is definitely a show that I am really excited to see a season 2, along with Light on Me. And I also think people should watch Addicted, but also know that Addicted is not getting a season 2, but Addicted is getting a Thai remake.
Which we do not need, but we're getting anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I will watch it whenever it comes out. Yeah, no matter how bad it is, I'll watch it.
But Addicted was good. I just saw it for the first time and I was like, wow.
Oh, you finally watched it?
Yeah, it's really good. I like the guy that played. I forgot his name. The guy that plays like the rich brother.
Yes. I like that show. I like Addicted. I think Stay With Me is better.
Stay With Me it's like better, more wholesome. You have time for them to really grow with each other. Because Addicted, they were kind of just, well, it's there, but I don't know.
And also at the time, BL in China was new-ish for TV.
So he had like a girlfriend.
Yeah, and the way the show was executed did not do well did not do well for the powers that be in Chinese entertainment. Which is why there was supposed to be a season 2 to that. We're not getting it. Which is why it ended where it ended, because there was supposed to be a season 2. And luckily, we got what was supposed to be in the season 2 pretty much in Stay With Me.
Yeah, I think you got a good chunk of everything. It's really good.
Yeah. So I think we got what we needed from that. But now we got more that we need from Stay With Me. I can't... What other shows are we still waiting for a season 2 from?
I don't know. Honestly.
And I think that's it for now.
Unless we ever get the Make Our Days Count season 2.
We're not going to get that. You know that's not happening. You know, and we're not going to mention that show like this again. Make Our Days Count is also a great show to watch, but get ready for that ending.
Or if we ever get a season 2 of History Trapped, I would love that.
Would we?
I want Why? That. I want to know if Homeboy ever came out of jail.
Not for years.
It's been years.
Like that was ending. Like that was finito. I was good with that ending.
I need to see a special of him out of prison.
No. Like I was satisfied with that ending.
He did no
We don't
wrong.
Need to see more of that. We don't need to see more of them. I was okay with that. I was okay with the ending. It made sense. I mean, you can't be a mafia boss and think that you're not gonna get caught.
He did his time. I don't know. Free my man.
He's in jail. He in jail for a while.
No.
Story over, and that's it. Because a police officer cannot be dating a mafia boss. Okay.
But he is.
And with that said, I'm gonna go to my binge list. So what I think people should binge is Stay With Me, if you haven't yet. Please do it. It is worth every single moment. It is worth staying up until 4 a.m, as I have done. It is worth it. You have been watching Pit Babe. I'm gonna go ahead and watch it at some point.
Binge. You're gonna like it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do
it. It's also kind of supernatural.
Oh, okay. So there we go. And then for him, I'm gonna try it. I've heard mixed reviews.
I've not watched it yet.
Oh, really?
I've just seen the cover on the IG page.
Yeah, I've heard things that are not bad, and I've heard things that are not great. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a shot. It will probably not be the top one that I'll binge, but it's one that I will put on my list. And then, of course, Cherry Magic Thailand, which
it just ended.
I know,
I haven't
and
caught up.
I know, and just for people to understand, this is a show that was on YouTube, on GMM TV's channel on YouTube,
got taken down
internationally, and then for whatever reason related to copyright or whatnot, it was suspended, I think, around episode 3 from being on YouTube. So now it's only available on YouTube in Thailand. But people have been posting it in other places for you to watch it.
Because not everyone wants to wait, but I don't know.
Yeah, because we don't know when the suspension will be lifted. Clearly somebody at GMM TV was fired. And because I don't understand how you mess up something like that when it comes to copyright.
Like, that's crazy.
2 episodes in.
Like,
right. And also considering this is one of a few Thai remakes of a Japanese BL that's coming out this year. So I'm hoping for the next one, which is Osan's Love with Earth Mix, which I'm very curious to see how that's going to turn out, is coming out later this year. And I'm hoping they don't mess that up. Because then I would be really mad, because you already know Earth Mix is one of my biased ships. Okay? So I would be really upset.
They better not mess that up, and My Love Mits Up. Both of those.
Right. And they better, and that would be with Gemini 4th, which is another one that we love, because they're a new one that they came out doing very well. They've had 2 dramas up their sleeve. Both of them have been good. They've been great at everything. Like, these young things have been good. So with that said, we are towards the end of our time. I'm hungry. I need to eat something. You're tired. And this was our first episode. I can't believe it. We're done. So thank y'all for listening and tuning in, and tune in next week. And remember to be safe, be happy, and watch a Y series.
And Rai can top my knee.
Rai can top my knee. Maybe.
Maybe. Ooh.
Maybe. Goodbye, y'all. Have a good rest of the day.